Hi everyone, and welcome to my Assignment 2A Interim Campaign presentation for the Rerun campaign. This is a 5-week online social media campaign aimed at promoting work-exercise balance for busy individuals, mainly full-time workers and university students. The overarching theme for the campaign is to combat the effects and causes of obesity, which we discuss and post about every week, changing the topic to keep things fresh and interesting. In this presentation, I'll be discussing how the campaign has been going over the past 2 weeks with regards to measuring the success of the main website, the social media campaigns, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and the weekly newsletter. The initial aim of the campaign hasn't changed. It's still all about trying to help busy Australians find that work-exercise balance so they get their daily exercise. As for the social media channels, the goals were to gain a specific number of followers and likes per account. Facebook aimed to get 50 likes on posts, 50 total likes on posts, sorry. Instagram aimed to receive 30 followers and gain at least 10 likes per post. And Twitter aimed to get 40 followers and achieve at least 5 retweets per week. As of today, the 7th of September, the only goal I have achieved in these 2 weeks is the amount of followers on the Instagram account, reaching a total of 37 so far. I'm still aiming for these numbers as the campaign is only in its 2nd week and there's still plenty of time to change up my strategy and really turn things around. First of all, we'll look at the main website found at reruncampaign.com, which has reached a total of 118 page views and a bounce rate of 52.83%. The landing page is currently the top page on the sites visited, and most traffic comes from Australia. And here, so on the right, we've got our landing page there with the What's Your RE and the Finding Your RE section, which links to the About page, a section for joining the campaign, which is the newsletter, joining the conversation, which is our social media sites as well, and an Instagram feed too. And on the left, we've got the About Us page with our mission and Finding Your RE, which is finding exercises that you'll like that you can do quickly at home. We've also got the blog where we post twice a week, and the Contact Us with a form for the MailChimp newsletter as well. So for the Google Analytics overview, I've used Monster Insights as the plugin on WordPress to link to this data. And this shows that in the 2 weeks of the main campaign, the site has had 53 different sessions alongside the 118 page views with an average session duration of 34 seconds. This means that visitors are only spending an average of 34 seconds on the site. This could be somebody clicking a link from a social media channel to see what the campaign is about, reading the About page, and then leaving. This could also be improved, as currently it tells me that users aren't looking into the body of the site and only coming to look at the landing page, or they only get that far before clicking away. This is further backed up by the 52.83% bounce rate, referring to that over 50% of visitors leave before clicking on a different page on the website. This could be fixed with more site content on the landing page to entice users to stay longer. I could include, for example, more the blog posts on the landing page to see if it gets users to actually read them and stay longer. I could even move the Instagram feed higher up the page so they see it faster before scrolling down and they can have a scroll through the posts that I've made. But mainly, I want to push the main website in the next 3 weeks to try and get more newsletter subscribers as well. So from the analytics data we can see here, we can exclude everything before August 26th when the campaign went live, as the spikes in the data are myself and other students looking into the website being built. We can see a generous spike in traffic on August 26th when it officially went live and has since declined quite a bit in sessions and page views per day. This could be because people aren't as interested in the content I've been posting or aren't as keen to click on the links in the social media posts. Of all the visitors the site has had, 65% are new and 35% are returning. There doesn't seem to be any reason for users to return to the site, however, besides following along with the blog posts. Once you have read the landing page information, the About page and the Contact page, there really isn't anything else to learn about the campaign. This is probably why the average session is less than a minute. It's also good to note that there is a mobile audience to my website as well, with 34% and 66% coming from desktop. Out of all the referrals I've gotten for the site, mobile Facebook was the best, followed by Instagram. This backs up the mobile audience seen in the previous data and tells me that most of the referrals are coming from users visiting the site and its content on the Facebook app on their phone. This is interesting, that Facebook is the top referral platform as it is my worst performing social media channel compared to Instagram and Twitter in regards to follower reach. As was expected, with the country being the top was Australia, where the traffic's coming from, with interesting smaller base in the US and Japan, with one in India as well, apparently. One thing I want to change about these statistics is the top pages list. Currently, the home page is on top. I really need to encourage more traffic to the blog posts, and the other pages try and boost them up the list, as none of my blog posts have even come close to the top 5. So people aren't clicking them and reading or reading them. And I really need to rethink my strategy with the blog posts to really push the amount of traffic they get and boost those numbers. The weekly newsletter hasn't achieved any new subscribers since the beginning of the campaign. The 6 that I've got already include the 5 students, with 1 being myself for testing purposes, and my ELA. So not one random person has joined the campaign as of yet, but it is good to know that users have signed up with each of the methods I have used. So 3 have signed up via the pop-up form on the main site, 1 from the embedded MailChimp form API on the contact page, and 1 has signed up from the hosted sign-up form on MailChimp that I linked to in some of my posts. At the moment in the newsletters, I'm writing about a different topic every week that may have an effect on overweight and obesity, as well as including a weekly workout routine, which doesn't seem to be attracting new subscribers. I may need to rethink the content that I'm providing for new users, and it's hard enough to get new people to join with all the cybersecurity issues and scammers out there that we find on the internet. The social media channels have had some success in gaining followers and likes. Facebook currently has reached 59 page views and 15 followers. Instagram has had 737 impressions and gained 37 followers. And Twitter has reached 4,831 impressions and 19 followers so far. As the successful social media campaign, as the least successful, Facebook has had 59 page views, 14 page likes, 21 people reached, 16 engagements, and 15 followers. Many of these are family and friends that I've posted about the page on my personal account, but it does seem to be very hard to gain random people to join. Facebook has not yet reached its initial goal of 50 total likes, and at that rate, it is probably may not reach the goal in the 5 weeks are up, so I may need to boost Facebook a little bit. Instagram has been growing slowly day by day. It only has 12 profile visits and 1 website click, but has reached 114 accounts and made 737 impressions in these 2 weeks. Through this, the account has gained 37 followers and 13 actions have been made on the posts. Instagram has been by far the easiest to grow, as it's more of an image-based media platform. People don't seem to be as interested in the text side of things, only the images. I'm going to start uploading more self-made content like videos, and maybe I'll make some GIFs instead of the images I've used in the next few weeks, just to see if that has any effect on the follower count and likes. Currently, Instagram is the only media channel to break the follower count goal, but hasn't been successful in the 10 likes per post. Only 2 posts so far out of my 30 have reached 10 likes, and the videos and GIFs may be able to change that. Twitter has been surprising, as I've really never used it before. The 37 tweets I've made have earned 4,831 total impressions. According to Twitter, that means they have appeared on that many feeds throughout the world. It may not necessarily mean that the users are reading the content, but it is showing up in their feed. The profile has had 2 visits and gained 19 followers, but still hasn't reached its goal of 40 followers as of yet. It also hasn't reached the 5 retweets per week either. One way to fix this will be to upload content that people find more interesting. At the moment, it's all about fitness and exercise and workout examples. So it might be time to upload new and interesting stuff. What is interesting, though, is that according to the analytics, 99% of my audience has an interest in the topic of dogs. So in future uploads, I could use this to my advantage and provide content related to walking dogs, or maybe performing exercises with your pet dog as well, something like that. As for the A/B testing, is mainly used to see if the different layout would help me gain more EDM newsletter subscribers. The layout seen here was testing whether having the description of the campaign and a call to action button right in front of the visitor when they first see the page would affect their decision to join up. Out of the 20 page views so far, this alternate layout received 2 conversions for that button being clicked, which tells me that making the call to action more obvious than just having it there in the header is a better choice, and it really puts it in the user's face. The data from the EDM newsletter also showed that this button provided 1 of my subscribers out of the total 6 that I currently have, as I said before. I've also set up a test to determine whether the phrase "sign up for the newsletter" is better than "join the campaign," as it provides a more friendly and informal tone. The top screenshot is the original sign and the original sign up, and the bottom is the alternative layout that I've tried. The sign up button also stands out much more in the alternative with the red background, and this tests whether it's more appealing and more identifiable than the original one. So far, there hasn't been any conversions of either layout, so the data is inconclusive at this time. I may need to focus my A/B testing elsewhere to try and get better results in the next 3 weeks. The heat maps analysis from Nelio were interesting to look at, as they really showed me where the users were clicking and tapping. It's good to see that my social media icons on the original layouts are getting plenty of attention, which is great. It means that they stand out and they're easily identified by the user. The alternative buttons have gotten more action than the original 2, at least on the tablet versions. Thus, I don't know how accurate the data is, since on my device breakdown, I only have the traffic coming through desktop and mobile, but here on the heat map, I've got data for tablet only for the alternative version. So I don't know how accurate that is, but from this data, I will be changing the landing page layout to better focus on the Get Involved button, as placing it in the user's view straight away seems to be getting more clicks than the original design. As a revision of this analysis, I will try and increase traffic to the website by trying out maybe some paid promotions to boost certain posts. These will either be ones that have succeeded the best or ones that have links back to my website to reach a wider audience. Paying for advertisement on Google and maybe Facebook is another option to reach more people too. Without spending money though, I can try and really boost the website further myself with as many social media links and posts as I can get out there. Although my A/B testing hasn't been that helpful, the data I have analysed does show that the alternative layout does in fact work better than the original, meaning that hiding the call to action button in the header menu doesn't seem to be doing the site or the newsletter signups any favours. It'll be more beneficial in the long run to place the button right in front of the user upon entering the site. More A/B testing will of course occur in the next 3 weeks to really push what works and what doesn't work with my audience. I'm also thinking about changing the name of the blog section, as it might be more beneficial as well. Just having it as a blog doesn't seem to be very enticing to the reader. This could be a future test to perform to see if I get more clicks towards the blog section by naming it something innovative and different, maybe like stories or the thoughts section, or even something silly like the rant section. Since only one of my SMART goals for the social media channels has been achieved, there are still many more I need to accomplish by the end of the campaign. They are all within reach. I just really need to push them. I could just keep doing what I'm doing and see what happens from here until the end. But since every week is about a different topic, I can really focus on a new strategy every week and see what's working best. From here, I'm wanting to start posting more personal content like videos and GIFs that are self-made, that will actually get people to stop scrolling through their feed and actually look at the posts. Speaking of the post, I will try to be more enticing to the readers as well. I will try to communicate more with the audience on a personal level, as it's hard to connect with anyone online unless you know something about them, know who the person is behind the screen. SEO has also been an interesting concept to play around with. Currently, only the blog posts have got a green lit SEO analysis from the Yoast SEO plugin. However, the main pages of the website do not. I'll have to further research key phrases and see if I can get green lights on everything. But it is interesting to note that on Google, when I search the rerun campaign, I find the Facebook page on page 4 and the actual homepage link is on page 7 within the first 10 or so pages. So to fix this, I'll need to go back and fix up a few issues with the campaign searchability as well. And yeah, thanks for listening.